When you first log in to your Moby Max account, you can see that there are cute little things like a comic strip might pop up. You can click off of that. The whole program is set up to look kind of like an iPad or a touch phone so that the students are really familiar with it. They have some options once they come in here. They can practice their math skills, their math facts, number sense, stories, literature and reading skills, language skills, which cover grammar, vocabulary, writing, test prep, and short answers. What we're going to look at today, we're going to just take it slow, one thing at a time. We're going to look at Math and Fact Master today. So we're going to click on this student's math. And where you can't see, and I blocked out the screen, I'm in an actual student in our class's application, and so what I'm trying to do is not share this person's information with you. But you can see that it asks if this person is ready to continue their lesson, and it would tell you what they are working on. So they could easily click here to continue. But right now I'm going to go back to the home screen. That is how the math looks. Here in Fact Master, very similar. You can see that this particular student has reached 100% in all 4 operations. And she is currently in something called review mode. But she could also press the play button here, and it would log in some time for her that way. More importantly, though, or one more that would work for math, in the test prep zone, she has a choice between math and language. And she can click on math here, and she could go ahead and start her 4th grade completion right here to start her review of skills that she's already mastered. And this is designed to go along with a TCAP test that the students will be taking in the spring. Now, to the stuff that the students are very excited about. They could click on Progress, which is going to show how they're doing. You can see that on October 18th, the student took a lot of lessons, or did a lot of lessons at home, and you can see the general progress that this person is making. In the Fact Master, you can see all of the facts that they're saying she has mastered. And you can even see that she has done some language practice and a little bit of vocabulary practice. The time is the important thing too, because what we will be looking at later on, not this semester but next, we will be scoring the amount of time that they are able to log at school, at home, and total. So you can see that the student has logged some time during school to work on the program, but has also logged a lot of time at home as well. You can also break it out, and so that way, as just the math teacher, I can see that yes, she did fulfill her 20 minutes in math that week, or not, whatnot. As far as badges goes, if you click on that application right there, it's going to show you the badges that they earn. They earn badges by completing lessons. They also earn game time by completing lessons. And there's lots of fun games for them to play. But they have to earn the game time by completing those lessons. I can also send each individual student some vibes. You can see I've sent this student the hard work vibe. And that's actually me talking to the student, telling them that they're doing an amazing job and working very hard. We also have set up some contests. And you can see the first contest that I've set up for our math class is to reach 50 points. And I can show you how many points are being earned right now. And I'm sorry for these 4 students that are actually competing that I'm showing everybody. But congratulations to you. You can see that everybody else, we haven't even covered how contests work. So that's something we'll be covering on Monday. And you can see that these 4 students who must have found out between me posting the contest in the last 48 hours, earning the 50 points must not be a very challenging thing to do, since they were able to do it pretty easily in a couple of days. My contest is that if the students reach 50 points by Halloween Day, that they get to come eat lunch in the classroom, and I'll have some treats set up for them to encourage them to get on and work on this at home. To earn raw points, you would be completing lessons in the math function only. So unfortunately, FactMaster is wonderful, and so is Number Sense, but if you're competing in the contest to earn raw points or raw times, it has to be within this math function, or it also counts points in the math section of the test prep. Right here, let's see what we have here. Oh, and you can see that when you click on this, all the students can see where they rank. So if your student worked on this and said, I wonder if I have enough points, they click on this contest and it shows the entire team and how everybody is doing in the competition. Later on in the school year, we'll have true contests where there might be a first place winner, a second place winner, and so on. You can also see that right here, the students can send me messages, and then I can respond to them. So you can see that I responded to a question that the student had earlier in the school year. On our classroom wall, we have some interesting things that they can do here. I've set up a first poll, and we have people voting for where they thought I went to college. That's just for fun, so that you know, the students can see how the polls work. Later on, there'll be instructional questions. And also you can read about some of the contests and things like that that I am putting forth. If you want to vote in the poll, all you have to do is click on, I wonder how you do that. Click on the vote. I guess you can't do that. I will find out how that works. For the clickers, this is something they would use in class, and basically they would have, say, an iPad or a computer on their desk, and I might ask a question digitally, and it would appear on their screen, and then they could tell me what the answer was, A, B, C, or D, or even type in an answer, press submit, and I can see immediately how everybody is responding to a particular question. So that's what the clicker is. I can use the same function in test, but again, that's nothing that they would need to do at home. And then goals we will get into in a later tutorial. So in review, the things that they need to know for math class: here's the math button, here's the FactMaster button, and those are the two applications that I really want them spending some time in. Unfortunately, to earn points, you have to be within the math function and or the state prep math function here. Both of those things will help them accumulate time and points. And we're going to look to see here. Notice that it does not show points here. If you want to know how many points they've accumulated, you have to go to contests and take a look at the point contest that I have established for them. I think points only work in the event of a contest. So they're talking about points, they're talking about points. If we are talking about grades later on and we are talking about times, this is where your times can be found. All right, I hope that this was a useful and quick introduction to the Moby Max function for you, and as soon as I learn more, I will share more with you.